It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
All right, please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record. We couldn't hear you. We can't hear you.
Jonathan Earl Bryant, 323280.
All right, Mr. Bryant, my name is Brennan Kelsey.
John.
Okay. Along with me is Mr. Roche and Ms. Wise will be your panel. I'll explain the process to you, read some information to the record, have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we have Mr. Jerry Bryant that'll speak at the appropriate time, Vanessa Jackson, Cheryl McVeigh, of course, Andrew, I see Carrie Myers here, Robert, and Mr. Lancaster, would you like to introduce your student?
Yes, Mr. Kelsey. I'm Robert Lancaster with LSU Parole and Reentry Clinic, here today representing Mr. Bryant. With me is Mecca Hussamadeen. She is a third-year student at the LSU Law Center. As a second-year student, she represented Mr. Bryant, or she assisted Mr. Bryant during the clemency process. She's here today to assist him through the parole process. She's worked with him, preparing him for the hearing. She's not certified under Louisiana Supreme Court Rule 20, but she is prepared to make a statement on his behalf at the conclusion of the hearing if the committee deems it appropriate.
Okay, thank you. And then we have Ms. Lakeisha Adams, that'll be on phone. We have Tamika White, Michelle Sparks is with Tamika, I think. No, is Michelle Sparks there, or is Scott, is the DA Scott Parolee there? Doesn't look like.
Their cameras, they're on their cameras.
Okay, is Mr. Parolee, are you there? Or Miss Sparks? Okay, we do have Tamika White. We'll let Tamika speak at the appropriate time. All right, Jonathan Bryant, DOC number 323280, you're a first class offender. Parole eligibility date 5/17/2023, good time 11/10/2028, full term 5/5/2067, 75-year sentence, second degree murder. And you had a commutation of sentence signed by the governor on May 17th, 2023. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you answer Mr. Roche's questions, please?
Good morning, Mr. Bryant. How are you? Good morning, Mr. Bryant.
All right. Good morning. How are you?
Good. Mr. Bryant, we saw each other in March of this year. You had a partner hearing and got a recommendation from the partner board, and that recommendation was signed in May of this year. So tell us what you've been doing since your partner hearing in March of 2023.
I've joined Alcoholic Anonymous AA group. I've got a job change to CDC Warehouse. I've also got 2 certificates and for that, and with training with forklift operation.
Okay. Any programs completed since March?
No, and I'm still in GED school.
Okay, great. How far along are you in GED school?
I'm doing pretty good.
Do you know what level?
On D level.
D level. Do you have a projected date when you're going to take the GED examination?
Not right. I will have to take a tape test first.
Okay, so you hadn't passed the initial test yet.
No, sir.
Okay. If you could estimate on a time that it would take you to complete the GED, what would you say?
About, about 6 months to a year.
Now, according to my record, Mr. Bryan, you're currently 50 years old.
Yes, sir.
How important do you think a GED is?
It's really important and valuable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if there was a possibility that you were released before you got that GED, would you continue working on that GED after you're released?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I heard you say that you now have a certificate in forklifting. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
What's your transition plan? What do you plan to work after you leave the Louisiana Parole Project?
I'm going, after I leave Louisiana Parole Project, I'm currently signed for long-term housing,
Okay.
and they're going to help me get a job and get enrolled in Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, NA, and I'm going to continue to get my GD.
Okay, so you're long term with the Louisiana Parole Project.
Yes, sir.
How about your disciplinary conduct in the last 12 months?
I haven't gotten any write-ups, sir.
When's the last write-up you had?
My last disciplinary report was 2016. I want to say.
So we're talking about 7 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Juan Falco, do you have any comments, observations, or remarks?
He continues to have his Class A trustee status. Prior to working at the CDC warehouse, he as well worked at our Camp J lakefront, which is an outside job. And there's, as far as supervision, those guys are on their own with just supervision by roving security. It's a job of trust, as well as with the CDC warehouse right now, because he's responsible for a lot of stock in those areas. So it's a trusted position that we've got him in.
Thank you, Warden. Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, we'll hear from Andrew Hunley. I'm sorry, Kerry Myers.
I'm the better looking one, Mr. Kelsey. Good morning, Kerry Myers with the Louisiana Parole Project. We've supported Mr. Bryant through his clemency process. We continue to support him now that his commutation has been signed by the governor and he's parole eligible. We are prepared to provide Mr. Bryant with long-term support, long-term housing. Our employment team will work with him to find him suitable and living wage employment. He will complete our programming, our transitional programming, obviously first, where he'll go through the skills training that he needs during this transition. Based on his overall record, we feel that Mr. Bryant is an excellent candidate for success, and we just ask this board to grant his parole today.
All right, thank you. All right, Sherelle McVeigh. We're going to make a brief statement. Are they on? Okay, Sherelle, can you hear me? All right, can't hear you. We'll go to Jerry Bryant.
Yes, Mr. Bryant, yes. You can
stay
sit down.
seated. They can see you. Okay, right there. Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna keep this short. As I was driving here today, I thought about Jonathan, which is my cousin, growing up. But also there was a couple of songs that came on the radio as I was driving up. And one was Never Could Have Made It. And I thought about Jonathan just being here 30 plus years. And, you know, that was amazing to me to get a mindset in order to be here for that long and to cope. I've been many places, done many things, but to do what he's done, he's my hero. And just doing this and preparing to take the next transition. The other song was just, you know, the things that he has to do going forward, I think is going to be the best that he's done in the past. I mean, from his, I've watched him from a kid, going to a teenager, a young adult, but now at this age. Every time I have a conversation with Jonathan, it is at a real deep, high level in the things that he wants to do. And I think we're getting ready to see the best out of him. So I'm here today just to support, and I'm very proud of him.
All right, thank you for your comment. Now we'll hear from Miss Tamika White.
Good morning. I'm actually Lacey Carter with the District Attorney's Office, Victims Advocate.
Hey, Ms. Carter.
Ms. White is in court at the moment, but at the District Attorney's Office, we do support the victims and their request for his parole to be denied.
Okay, thank you for your comment. Thank you. All right, Mr. Bryant, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, I would like to, first I would like to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to be here. And I would like to apologize to the victim's family, you know, that I'm very sorry for what happened. And I regret what happened, as well as to my community and to my family. And I can only, you know, apologize and be sincere that I really regret what happened. And if you all was to grant me parole, I would never hurt anyone. If I can't save a life, I will never take another person's life. I would always try to help someone else and stay in and do positive things and try to encourage somebody to be positive and be better, make better decisions in life.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll go ahead and wrap up. Becca?
Honorable committee members, as Mr. Jonathan Bryant comes before you today, he is deeply burdened by the remorse that weighs heavily upon his heart and appreciates this opportunity to share with you who he is today. At the tender age of 19, when he first entered these walls, he saw it as the end of an era, the shattering of dreams, and the crushing of hope. Today, at 50, he looks back on those initial moments, not as the termination of life as he knew it, but as the genesis of a profound transformation. The past 6 months have only further shown Mr. Bryant's dedication to being the best person he can be. With Mr. Bryant additionally completing the substance abuse program, the array of programs he has participated in has armed him with the tools to steer his life down a more virtuous path. Mr. Bryant has strived to maintain a low write-up record of just 9 write-ups in a span of 30 years. His dedication to adhering to institutional rules mirrors his commitment to uphold societal norms and laws. After receiving Employee of the Month in August of 2023, he has had the overall privilege of assuming roles of mentorship and service, leveraging his experience to guide and inspire others. Mr. Bryant has a low Tiger risk needs assessment score representing a minimal risk of recidivism, and at the determination of this honorable committee, can walk out of the Louisiana State Penitentiary into Louisiana's Parole Project program of resourceful classes and essential mental and emotional support with stable employment and long-term housing. He can walk out as the man who will continue his sobriety journey through weekly Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, active participation in the church, and complete his GED as the man that has been rehabilitated. The past 3 decades have not been in vain. Every day has been dedicated to self-improvement in an earnest attempt to distance himself from the grave errors of his youth. March 27th, the day of his pardon hearing, was a somber remembrance of his mother's passing. Today, he has a chance of a reunion with his 30-year-old son. In addition, we have facts over 4 certificates Jonathan has received since the pardon hearing in March, 2 of them being Alcoholics Anonymous and 1 of them being the Employee of the Month. With family and friends support behind us and on Zoom, Mr. Bryant comes before you a transformed man. Mr. Jonathan Bryant believes in the power of redemption, and he yearns for the opportunity to prove that he is worthy of a second chance. I pray you grant Mr. Bryant parole today. Thank you.
Thank you. Now prepare to vote. Mr. Roche?
Yes. Mr. Bryant, based upon outstanding remarks by Warden Falcon, your classification is a trusted Class A trustee, a good transition plan with the Louisiana Parole Project, excellent disciplinary record. My vote is to grant your early release under the following conditions. First, you have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. You must attend at least 3 NAAA meetings a week. I'm only going to give you 2 hours of community service a month because I want you to complete your GED. And that is a condition of your parole. You must enroll in the GED program and complete that program. Good luck.
Ms. Wise?
Mr. Bryant, I too want to commend you on the work that you've done, even before you ever thought there was going to be a parole hearing or a pardon hearing. So my vote is the same for the same reasons. Best wishes to you.
But you have 2 votes to grant. I also am going to vote to grant your parole for the same reasons as stated. You'll have a curfew from 9 p to 6 a, NAA 3 times a week, 2 hours of community service per month, complete your GED, and no contact with the victim's family. 3 votes to grant. Your parole has been granted. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you all very much.